The US dollar is facing a severe crisis once again, with attacks coming from various directions, causing it to rapidly lose its value. Recently, China and the United Arab Emirates, a prominent Middle Eastern economy, entered into a significant agreement. This deal, in line with BRICS, facilitates the use of the Chinese yuan for all their trade activities, totaling over $72 billion annually. This shift away from the US dollar is another substantial blow to its dominance and the petrodollar system. The key questions now are, how can the United States rescue its struggling currency? What steps can it take to rebuild global confidence? How will it engage in discussions with China to slow down the decline of the dollar? We will address these questions as you continue watching until the end. The United Arab Emirates and China are increasingly collaborating, signaling a major change in global trade dynamics. Their focus is on enhancing mutual investments and cooperation, particularly in regions like the Pacific Islands and Africa. This partnership represents a significant step in the UAE's aspirations to become a global player. A crucial aspect of this evolving relationship is the decision to conduct trade between the two nations using the Chinese yuan. This not only strengthens economic ties but also extends China's influence in the Middle East. This move hints at the potential shift in global power dynamics, potentially reducing the traditional dominance held by Western nations. In the broader geopolitical context, the BRICS alliance, which includes Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, has been increasingly active. A central part of their strategy involves moving away from the US dollar, with the aim of reducing global dependence on it. The strategic partnership between the UAE and China in 2023 marked a significant milestone for BRICS, as it initiated the alliance's first expansion effort. New members, notably the UAE, Saudi Arabia, Iran, Egypt, and Ethiopia, were included in this expansion. This move is expected to enhance the alliance's influence, particularly in Africa. The UAE's integration into BRICS aligns with its broader objective of diversifying its economic engagement and reducing reliance on the US dollar by using the yuan for trade with China. The UAE is not only strengthening economic ties with China, but also aligning with BRICS' broader mission of creating a more balanced global economic order. The idea of de-dollarization, although challenging, is gaining momentum. BRICS nations, led by China, are actively exploring ways to reduce the dominance of the US dollar in international trade and finance by strengthening bilateral relationships and investments. These nations seek to shift the balance of economic power. The inclusion of the UAE in this framework is strategic, given its significant role in the Middle East. The success of the de-dollarization efforts will depend on the global acceptance and integration of alternative currencies, such as China's digital yuan. As these digital currencies gain prominence in international trade, they could potentially weaken the dominance of the US dollar. However, this is a gradual process, and the US dollar remains resilient as a global currency. The partnership between the UAE and China within the framework of the BRICS alliance signifies a bold move towards reshaping the global economic landscape. The shift towards using local currencies like the yuan in bilateral trade serves as a clear indication of this transformation. The upcoming years will be critical in determining the success of these efforts and the potential reconfiguration of the worldwide economic situation. The changing state of international trade and finance, particularly with the growing significance of the BRICS alliance, poses a substantial challenge to the well-established economic order. The inclusion of the UAE in this alliance, alongside other countries, goes beyond mere expansion of membership. It represents a strategic move with profound implications. This expansion signifies an intentional and strategic endeavor by these nations to diversify their economic partnerships and reduce reliance on conventional Western economic systems. The selection of the UAE, given its strategic location and significant economic sway in the Middle East, carries particular importance. This move could serve as a catalyst for other nations in the region to reconsider their economic alliances and policies. The decision to engage in trade using local currencies, particularly the Chinese yuan, directly challenges the supremacy of the US dollar in global trade. This shift has the potential to reshape the dynamics of international trade, ushering in a more multipolar currency system. Such a transition could lead to reduced transaction costs and decreased exposure to exchange rate risks for the participating countries. Nonetheless, this transition is not without its difficulties. The expansion of BRICS and the move towards de-dollarization. For decades, the US dollar has held a central position in international finance, supported by the stability and size of the US economy and extensive global financial infrastructure facilitating dollar transactions. To challenge this dominance with currencies like the yuan or others, significant developments in financial infrastructure and global confidence in these currencies are necessary. Beyond currency realignment, BRICS nations are also concentrating on expanding their influence in Africa. Africa, rich in natural resources and strategically important, has been a battleground for global powers seeking influence. The entry of BRICS, especially with the UAE's involvement, is expected to intensify this competition. Their increased presence in Africa isn't solely for economic gain, but also for geopolitical influence. The potential success of the BRICS alliance in de-dollarizing certain aspects of international trade could establish a precedent for other regional groups and nations. If successful, it could result in a more fragmented global financial system, where various parts of the world rely on different primary currencies. This could fundamentally alter the way international trade and finance function, leading to a more diversified and potentially more resilient global economy. The collaboration between the UAE and China within the BRICS framework represents more than an economic partnership. It's part of a broader strategic shift towards a multipolar world order. The decision to engage in trade using local currencies like the yuan is a significant step in this direction. The consequences of these shifts will gradually become apparent in the years ahead, potentially reshaping the global economic landscape in profound ways. The success of these initiatives, however, will hinge on various factors, including the stability and acceptance of new currencies in international trade, the response of traditional powers like the US, and the evolving geopolitical dynamics worldwide. The evolving partnership between the United Arab Emirates and China within the BRICS framework, marked by their shift towards conducting trade in local currencies like the yuan, represents a significant challenge to the long-established dominance of the US dollar in international trade. This strategic move, along with the broader BRICS expansion and de-dollarization efforts, has the potential to reshape global economic dynamics and create a more multipolar world order. While the success of these initiatives depends on various factors, including global acceptance and geopolitical responses, the coming years will undoubtedly be crucial in determining the course of international financial landscape and the balance of economic power on a global scale. What are your thoughts on the potential shift towards using local currencies like the yuan in international trade and the implications it might have on the global economic landscape? Do you believe this move could lead to a more diversified and resilient global economy, or are there significant challenges that need to be addressed? Share your opinions and insights in the comments below. Join the Revel Discovery community by subscribing and stay updated on this critical shift in global economics. As we explore these significant developments, your perspective is invaluable. Keep engaged with us.